Video review brought to you by T-Former0607. Today working at Transformers Generations Asia exclusive Cliffjumper. Not planning on getting this figure only for the fact that it was a straight up, not even a repaint of the first edition Cliffjumper, and I thought the head was originally ugly. But thanks to Ron, Might Mouse 74, I decided to actually give it a chance, give it a try, and if I didn't like it, I was going to sell it. And you know what? I'm glad I did, because not having the first edition figure at all, I can see why people would like this figure. It's got more of a darker paint, more of a edgier Generations look to it. Though, of course, it's going to be missing some paint apps here and there. At least it's not a downsized figure like the new Fall of Cybertron Generations line. The transformation. And before that, I'd like to point out, yes, I did have gapping issues, but I figured out how to make it so it really wouldn't. You just got to make sure that the thighs are bent in vehicle mode, so that it won't gap the actual figure. I mean, sure, there's a few minor ones here and there, but they're livable. Anyway, as I was saying, on to the transformation. What you want to do is you want to come over here first and pull out both sides of the vehicle, like so. Next, you want to just take the hood and just flip it up just a little bit to give you some clearance for the actual legs to come down. Make sure that when you flip the leg, it is forward and not in the other direction, because it will not flip down. You should have it looking like this. Turn it around and just take this black piece over here and just fold it forward to make sure that the thigh is more of in a straight angle. Flip this blue piece down and in and flip the foot right out. Next, you're going to fold that up, and you're going to do the same for this side. You're going to hear a bit of a snap. And here we go. The legs so far are done. Next, you want to come up to the top part here and first make sure that this piece is flipped down. Then you're going to rotate this all the way around to the front. Next, you're going to take the whole top half and split it right down the middle. And as you're doing so, take these side car pieces and just fold them out and around. And you're going to want to do the same for this side. Again, it'll give you some clearance. Then you're going to take the hood piece right here, trunk piece, and just flip it right up and in. And do the same to this side. Now you can flip the arms completely down like so. Next, you're going to want to rotate this piece. Make sure it's completely straight, because this joint is a double joint. And take this whole car section right here and fold it up against the forearm. You're going to want to do the same to this side again. It's a double joint. Flip it forward so it's facing like this way, and then flip this whole car section against the forearm. After doing so, you're going to come back here and lift up the head to only a certain degree. You want to make sure that it's able to plug in the plug, which is in the back right here. Come under here and flip these two pieces in, which will let you flip that up and flip the entire hood piece against the back. Again, this peg will go in a hole behind the back of the neck. Right there. It'll sit flush. Come back here to the front and flip the whole top roof piece out as much as possible. Plug the abdomen section in, and now you can flip these headlights forward. It helps keep the windows separated. Now, after I get them all situated, here is Cliffjumper in robot mode. I was a bit biased towards, again, not having it. I'm really happy that I was able to spend the money on it and fiddle with it and get it to work the way I would like it to. The head is a bit strange, if you ask me. There it is. The articulation in the figure, the arm is on a ball joint and a hinge joint right here, so you can rotate it 60 degrees, go up and down, double hinge joint at the elbow, which is something that I really like and appreciate in this figure. There's no waist movement due to the transformation in the way these pieces fold inward on themselves. The legs can move forward, back, bend at the knee, twist at the thigh. The wrists are on a swivel joint, along with the upper part where the elbow lies. So you can swivel it either way. And that's about the articulation of the figure. Something cool that I'm glad that they kept with this figure is that they still has the forearm cannons. What you want to do is you want to flip that part inward, take that take the car piece right here and flip it back down, which gives you clearance to rotate the fist upward and in to pull that out, then fold that back up, and now you have his arm cannon. Something that I really can see this character having, whether it be in the Generations or in the first edition line. I do have the repaint of the original Classics Cliffjumper from Bumblebee, and this goes leaps and bounds ahead of that figure itself. Not so much that I would want to replace it, because originally in Generation 1 he was a repaint, but so far as maybe I wouldn't say War Within, but more of an updated version of that, and I'm very proud that I actually own the figure. If you don't own the first edition Cliffjumper, and if you don't plan on getting the Terracon one that's going to come out as a Toys R Us exclusive in the future, I would say that you would have picking up this figure. It has a lot of character, and you wouldn't go wrong, believe me.